Hi guys. According to timeanddate.com, it is 1:40 a.m. and today is the 24th of June 2021. You're listening to Dearest Diamond, Diamond's memoir. My name is Diamond and you're welcome. Woo! You're welcome to episode 13. Yay! Whew. I'm feeling chilly. I don't know if it's the weather that's cold or it's the nervousness that I'm feeling or whatever, but I'm feeling quite chilly. Yeah, you're welcome to episode 13. How are you guys? How are you doing? How was your week? Yeah, how's everything with you? Here today I am drinking Coke, not coffee. Excuse me. For the past few days, I don't know, I've been eating silly. I've been eating anyhow. Anyway, not exactly anyway because yeah, that's true. I haven't told you guys. Between last year and this year, I have lost over 10 kg. Yippee! Yeah, I kind of worked on my weight. I don't know, for some reason, I never talked about that yet. One day I'll talk about it. Anyway, yeah, so the fact that I am eating anyhow kind of bothers me, but it's not that deep, sha. Yes, okay, there's a way this episode 13 is going to go. I have been thinking about what to title it, but I don't know. So let's just talk, and at the end of the day, maybe I'll get a topic. But yeah. So on for the past few days I've been taking a walk. I don't know. Life is just happening, so I'm just going with the flow, to be honest. And I've been okay, I took a walk. Man, the kind of things that you will see walking on a major road in Nigeria is just weird. Like, you can just turn and for some reason be accosted with some man's nakedness. Now, if I was going to the beach or something, I'll be prepared. If I was going to the pool, but I cannot just be walking on the express road, for God's sake, and turn and see somebody washing their bum bum or something just by the road. Like, oof, I swear, man. It's only I've not lived in any other place in the world, but how would I be walking my dog and people will be catcalling and be like, your dog was sweet to chop. Oh, Nigerians were just amazing. Okay, by that pidgin, it means like my dog will be sweet to eat. Like they would like to cook my dog and eat it. But people are so insensitive in this part of the world. Okay, maybe it's not insensitivity, but it's just weird. Yeah, so life has been happening, like I said. Yeah, Sunday was Father's Day. That brings us kind of to what I want to talk about today, Seth. Yeah, Sunday was Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there doing an amazing job. Happy Father's Day to the fathers to be who are going to do an amazing job. And happy Father's Day to, everyone who's just playing a fatherly role, to the best of their ability, doing the most they can. Being a father is not an easy job. It's not child's play. Being a man in the family is something, and you guys keep it going. We're rooting for you. So this Sunday had me facing a lot of I don't know, should I say confronting my daddy issues. Yeah. It's not that deep, but yes, let me put it like that because that's kind of how it felt. So I went to church on Sunday, and it was a good service. And it just, I don't know, the preaching was kind of like about fatherhood and how God is our father, and how a lot of us don't kind of understand what it means for God to be our father, because we've not really experienced fatherhood the way we should. And it just had me thinking about how when we had to move from Lagos to Abuja, and my dad had to relocate and go work somewhere else. It was not, for me, I don't know, just having my dad around was a thing. It was a thing for me when I was much younger. Like, yeah, I used to be that child that would just go and gist with him. When we wanted stuff, my siblings would be like, "Oh, you go ask daddy," because he would listen to you. So he was my buddy, my guy. And life happened. The things that living in a country that doesn't provide the basics for you does to, normalcy is just crazy. Because, he had to move, and my mom had to move to ABJ because of work, and he also had to move to Akwa Ibom, and it just changed a lot for us. For me, okay, let me speak for myself. So growing up without him, and then since then it's just been a lot of absence. Fatherhood is, a father being present, or for me, my father being present was something that meant a lot to me, and that having to change, or that switch, was not something that I had confronted prior to this past week. I had always known that I was, it hurt, or that he wasn't around, but I had always also understood that money had to be made and bills had to be paid, all this kind of shit. See me rhyming. Money had to be made, bills had to be paid. Anyway, yes. So, but still, that had to happen. He wasn't around. So, and I just, and one day when we talked about it and told him how, he's not being around affected us, he was so like, oh, his own dad wasn't around, so he doesn't see anything wrong, blah, blah, blah. Well, for me, I've learned to forgive my parents for whatever, they did their best, man. They did their best, especially with what our environment gives to them. They did their best. I know. I'm talking from my own perspective, and I'm not using mine to judge yours or whatever. But yeah, so it just made me think, and I began to think about what I want for my own family. How much I'm going to try to be present for my kids on God. Give them that. I think in one of my episodes I was saying how stability is one thing that's very important to me, because of a lot of changes that had to happen when I was growing up. And I think stability is not just in location, but in that groundedness of family, like when everyone is together, and there's that close knit stuff. As a child, if you grow up in that kind of cover, with that kind of groundedness, a lot of stuffs that we eventually grow to deal with, we really wouldn't have to. I think we honestly really wouldn't have to. Anyway, so yeah, confronting that and just understanding that it's all good. They don't have to, understand what happened or how it affected you. It's just face it, deal with it, move from it. That's where I'm at. And just learning personally, I'm learning through the Bible how much, what fatherhood is, and how much God is our Father. I was reading the other day about the prodigal son, and how, the favorite prodigal son, well, that's what we call him, and how when he came back, the father, threw a party because his son came home, and, how the other son was envious, and the father said something. He said, "You're always with me, all that I have is yours." And that just kind of spoke strongly to me, because God is my Father and He's always with me, and all that He has is mine. Man, despite that, I am so broke at the moment. But, like usually, in fact, I don't know how I got to this point. Like, I don't know how I got to this point. But the thing is, usually when maybe I a bit short of cash and all, it used to affect my mood. It used to affect how happy or how sad I was. But right now, I'm in such a place, and yet I'm so, there's something peaceful about how I feel. I'm in such a, it's like I'm on cloud nine. I don't know how to explain it, but like everything, life is just seeming to be, just there. And usually I want to hold a grasp. I want to feel like, oh, I'm working on something, I'm doing something, and I'll just be feeling stressed. But of late, I've been feeling this stillness, this peace. Like, I just know that life is going to work out no matter what, regardless of what's happening around right now, or how things are, or how things have been, and all the other daddy like issues that I'll have to face and overcome, and all those things. Somehow I'm just in I don't know, I'm going to have to look for the word. There's a bubble of love, and it's like I'm intoxicated intoxicated with joy, I think. Yes, and it's just a good place to be. So back to talking about our parents and all that. So like I was saying, they'll probably never accept certain things weren't right. It's what it is. But I've learned that, or I think I've come to understand that we need to forgive them, in quotes. I'm going to come to that, and move past it, because there's that thing that life gives you, your most predominant thoughts, sort of. And for every time you think of something that hurts you, or something that offended you, or something, it's what it is. Like, life is not going to separate it from, oh, this particular feeling hurts you or whatever. It's just going to give it to you, because that's what you're thinking about. Whatever parental malfunction or dysfunction that you've had to deal with, don't make it a vicious cycle. If you don't let it go, that's what's going to happen. It's going to come back, and you're going to find yourself somehow repeating something like that. Deal with your trauma, find peace with it. You don't have to build relationship with whoever or whatever. I don't really know the circumstance that surrounds, your own situation. But I'm saying you don't have to build relationship. It's not compulsory. But every time you think about that thing, don't let it inspire anything negative in you. Negative is like, don't let it inspire sadness. Don't let it inspire anger. Don't let it inspire any sort of negative feeling. Just find peace, Find peace and live your own life, so that you're starting afresh, building on new grounds of love and, loyalty and togetherness. Yeah, so I think that's kind of all I have to. Okay, yes, where during the week I was writing in my journal, and I think I'm going to add some sort of weekly affirmation segments to this podcast, and I'm going to leave you with this one. My life is a huge success. I'm making upward, forward, and consistent progress. So keep saying that to yourself this week. Speak it out loud. Your words are superpowers. So continue saying, my life is a huge success. I'm making upward, forward, and consistent progress. Dearest Diamond, it was nice talking to you again. I trust that all will be well with you. I trust that you're going to figure it out. I trust that you're phenomenal and great and just everything beautiful and cute and chubby and yummy. Alright, guys. Take care. It was nice being here again. See you next week. Bye.